GMNA uses artificial intelligence for generated speech, visuals, and production. AI-generated content may contain errors. Please verify important information before making decisions or taking action.
Good evening. A severe thunderstorm watch now covers 14 counties, so keep an eye on those gusty winds and check our beach forecast for the best surf along the shore. Traffic's light aside from a temporary Wildwood Avenue detour, and the downtown parking lot just added 70 spaces. Over to you, Jake.
Legends of Wrestling returns tonight to the Wildwood Convention Center, showcasing Hall of Fame wrestlers, live musical interludes, and scheduled autograph sessions throughout the evening.
General admission tickets cost $30, seniors $25, purchasable online or at the box office until doors close at 7 p.m.
The tribute match honoring the original Wildwood Wrestling Club begins at 8:15 p.m., followed by a special interview segment with longtime promoter Mike Russo.
Our schedule is full, so without further delay, let's transition into the news and get you up to speed this evening. Here are our top stories. A severe thunderstorm watch covers 14 New Jersey counties, including Cape May, with forecasts of strong winds up to 70 miles per hour, tornadoes, and heavy rain of 2 to 3 inches per hour. Danielle Fior has the full story.
Strong thunderstorms are now under a watch across 14 counties in New Jersey, including Cape May. The National Weather Service warns of possible tornadoes and winds reaching 70 miles per hour, with rainfall intensities of 2 to 3 inches per hour. Forecasters say the storms could quickly overwhelm roadways, prompting closures and significant travel delays. Residents are being urged to keep a close eye on updates and to postpone any non-essential trips until conditions improve. The watch is in effect this evening, and officials stress that conditions can evolve rapidly, especially in coastal and inland zones. Stay tuned for further information as the situation develops. Danielle Fior, GMNA News, Cape May.
Today's beach and surf outlook shows typical summer warmth along the Jersey Shore, with temperatures hovering in the high 70s to low 80s. The NJ101.5 weather team reports gentle breezes from the southeast and wave heights ranging from 2 to 3 feet, creating moderate surf that's ideal for both swimmers and board riders. Wave conditions are expected to stay steady through the afternoon, with a slight rise toward evening as tides come in. Lifeguard stations along Wildwood, Cape May, and Ocean City have been briefed on the forecast, and the team advises sun watchers to apply sunscreen regularly and stay hydrated. While the surf remains manageable, occasional rip currents may appear near the inlet zones, so swimmers should heed posted signs and follow any advisories from local officials. With these conditions, families and surf enthusiasts can plan a safe, enjoyable day on the shoreline.
County officials approved a third state-licensed cannabis retailer today, expanding Cape May's growing market. The new storefront, slated to open later this year, joins 2 existing dispensaries that have been meeting rising demand for regulated products in the area. Officials said the decision reflects steady consumer interest and the county's commitment to a controlled, safe supply chain. The approval process followed the same criteria used for the earlier licenses, ensuring compliance with state regulations. Local businesses anticipate additional foot traffic and job opportunities as the third location prepares to launch. The move underscores Cape May's broader strategy to support a legal cannabis industry while monitoring community impact. Residents can expect the new shop to operate under the same rules that govern the county's current dispensaries. County planners say they will continue to review future applications as the market evolves.
Cape May County traffic sweep stopped 48 vehicles, issued 17 summonses, and led to 2 arrests across county roads on Wednesday. Officials say the crackdown aims to improve road safety. Vince Petrosino has the full story.
On Wednesday, traffic detail officers roamed the highways of Cape May County, pulling over 48 drivers as part of a countywide sweep. 17 of those stops resulted in summonses for violations ranging from speeding to failure to obey signals. 2 motorists faced arrest after officers found more serious infractions, including reckless driving. The operation, coordinated by the Cape May County Prosecutor's Office, aims to tighten road safety and curb repeated offenses. Drivers across the region have been reminded to respect posted speed limits and traffic signals as patrols continue to monitor compliance. The checks were concentrated along routes near Wildwood and the inland arteries near the Cape May Airport. Vince Petrosino, GMNA News, Wildwood.
Storms moving inland this afternoon are set to unleash heavy rain across much of New Jersey, and the National Weather Service warns that flash flooding could become widespread and significant during tonight's evening commute. Areas most at risk include Cape May County and other low-lying sections of the state, where drainage systems may be unable to cope with the intensity of the thunderstorms. Officials say drivers should plan for additional travel time and steer clear of routes that sit in flood-prone valleys. The forecast calls for rain bands to intensify after sundown, increasing the likelihood that roadways will become impassable in minutes. Residents near rivers and coastal inlets are urged to stay alert for sudden water rises. Stay tuned for updates as conditions develop through the night and into early morning. Later, we'll explore the top dining spots to try in Wildwood this summer, from fresh seafood to rooftop patios. Stay tuned, we will be right back. Every day, important stories happen across the city before any news crew arrives. Sometimes, the very first person at the story is you. When you witness something newsworthy, open the GMNA Citizen Reporter app and start your report. The app guides you through every step while your report is delivered directly to the GMNA newsroom. Every submission is reviewed by our editorial team, and approved reports may be featured on GMNA. Get the GMNA Citizen Reporter app today at my.gmna.ca. Your city, your news.
Welcome back. NJ100.5's editorial team has just released a guide to the top dining spots around Wildwood for this summer. The roundup spans boardwalk staples like classic clam shacks and fry-ups, as well as a handful of upscale eateries offering farm-to-table dishes and international flavors. Readers can find everything from fresh seafood caught just off the coast to inventive vegan options tucked away in the historic district. The list is meant to give both locals and visitors a quick way to discover new flavors without having to hunt around town. Each recommendation includes a brief note on ambience, price range, and what makes the kitchen stand out, so families, couples, or solo diners can pick a spot that fits their mood. Whether you're strolling the boardwalk or looking for a quiet dinner, the guide aims to showcase the culinary diversity Wildwood has to offer this summer.
Now let's take a quick look at tonight's forecast with our meteorologist.
A stubborn high-pressure ridge and a southwest jet keep tonight's heat locked over Wildwood, delaying any relief. On this date, the all-time high hit 90 degrees in 2021, a spike that rode the tail of a late summer heat wave. The all-time low dropped to 51 degrees in 2020, when an Arctic dip sneaked far south for a brief cold snap. Normal highs sit around 79 degrees and normal's lows near 66, so today feels well above average at 84. The contrast underscores how a stubborn ridge can push temperatures well beyond the climatological baseline. The live radar shows a band of rain moving eastward across the inland valleys, centered just north of the river. Echoes are strongest near 7, then thinning as the system slides toward the coast. The southwest jet at 55 miles per hour is steering the moisture, so the rain should brush the city around 7 and clear by 9. With the band departing, I turn to tonight's outlook. At 6 p.m., the sky remains clear with a temperature of 84 degrees and a dew point pushing 75, making the air feel like 93. A southeast breeze at 14 miles per hour, gusting up to 24, adds a brief sting, while the jet overhead streams southwest at 55 miles per hour, reinforcing the high-pressure ridge that is holding the heat in place. Pressure is steady, so no front is arriving to bring relief. The UV index reads 7, and wind will peak around 15 miles per hour from the southwest after the thunderstorm moves through. A thunderstorm is expected to roll in around 7, fed by lingering moisture aloft, but the alert list remains empty. With the rain window closing, we now glance at the 5-day outlook. The weekend begins with Friday holding a high of 75 and a low of 66 under overcast, as a lingering trough drapes low clouds across the region. Saturday stays at 75 for the high, but climbs to a low of 70, and a 65% chance of rain spreads as a weak cold front nudges the jet southward, bringing showers. Sunday warms to a high of 79 with a low of 70, and only a 20% chance of rain as high pressure rebuilds. Monday clears with a high of 77 and a low of 68, while Tuesday mirrors Monday with 75 degrees and a low of 68, both under clear skies. The pattern shows a return to steady ridge flow, limiting temperature swings after the midweek front. And that's your weather. Remember, the local sunset is also available as a podcast. Listen anytime on Amazon Music or wherever you get your podcasts.
We've got traffic delays on Wildwood Avenue, a preview of Legends of Wrestling, and the latest on Phillies prospects. Stay tuned, we will be right back. Every day, important stories happen across the city before any news crew arrives. Sometimes, the very first person at the story is you. When you witness something newsworthy, open the GMNA Citizen Reporter app and start your report. The app guides you through every step while your report is delivered directly to the GMNA newsroom. Every submission is reviewed by our editorial team, and approved reports may be featured on GMNA. Get the GMNA Citizen Reporter app today at my.gmna.ca. Your city, your news.
Wildwood Avenue and Bay Drive are closed to through traffic after a moderate incident this morning, forcing a temporary detour onto Oak Street and Pine Lane. Motorists heading east on Wildwood should follow the posted signs to Oak, then merge onto County Road 12 for a 5-minute bypass before rejoining Wildwood past the construction zone. Expect a steady flow on Main Street and the downtown loop, as those corridors remain clear. The detour adds roughly 10 minutes during peak, so allow extra time if you're headed to the marina or the shopping district. No other major roadblocks are reported, and the highway corridor from Interstate 6 to Route 23 runs smoothly. Transit riders face no disruptions, buses on the green and blue lines are on schedule. Keep an eye on the roadside alerts for any updates and plan accordingly for the afternoon rush.
Legends of Wrestling rolls into the Wildwoods Convention Center tonight, a headline-making showdown that brings the drama of the ring right to our boardwalk. If you're looking for a splash of summer fun, the Wildwoods Pig Dog Regatta and Beach Party kicks off tomorrow on the beach. A quirky race that's as much about community spirit as it is about canine speed. Music lovers can mark their calendars for the Fox Park Amphitheater concert series, a free outdoor gig launching later this week, perfect for a sunset soundtrack while you stroll the pier. And for anyone craving a little movement between the sand and the sea, downtown Wildwood Fitness runs daily in Bayan Plaza, offering boot camp, Zumba, and Pilates sessions that keep the town fit and lively. That's what's happening today and in the days ahead on 5 Mile Beach. Enjoy the summer vibes, Wildwood. And now here's Luke with sports.
Summer heat fuels a packed sports beat for Philly fans across Wildwood. Philadelphia turned aggressive at the August 3 deadline, landing 3-time batting champion Luis Ariz and relievers Caleb Killian and Brooks Raley. The cost was prospects Luke Gabrish and John Spikerman, reshaping the farm pool that now tops the post-deadline top 15 list and fuels the next rotation and bullpen depth. The Flyers sit on a razor's edge, fresh from a playoff round win yet still in rebuild mode. Management's talk of leveraging Toronto's first-round pick signals a willingness to gamble, betting that a couple of bold moves could accelerate the climb toward a Stanley Cup run. After a 4-1 victory over Miami, the Phillies inked left-hander Nestor Cortes, a former Yankee All-Star returning from arm surgery. Interim manager Don Mattingly admitted uncertainty about his role, but the veteran's experience could bolster the rotation or provide a high-leverage arm out of the bullpen. The Eagles marked their 13th training camp session with a joint practice at Gillette Stadium, squaring off against the Patriots in an action-packed drill. Coaches used the matchup to test schemes and gauge rookie speed, while fans caught a glimpse of how the offense will shape up for the upcoming season. Rumors confirmed the Phillies' agreement with left-hander Nestor Cortes, dubbed Nasty Nestor, after his arm surgery kept him off the mound all season. Mattingly floated the idea of a 6-man rotation, and a rookie reliever, Alex McFarlane, could earn a spot as the staff reshapes for 2026. Patriots wideout A.J. Brown kept a low profile during the joint Eagles-Patriots practice, avoiding any on-field chatter with former teammates Jalen Hurts and Devonta Smith. The lack of drama underscored a professional focus as both squads fine-tuned their schemes ahead of preseason action. Stay tuned, Wildwood, as the season's storylines keep unfolding.
Thanks, Luke. The Wildwood Business Improvement District in downtown Wildwood unveiled a new public parking lot in the heart of the district. The lot adds roughly 70 spaces, a welcome relief for drivers who have long circled the boardwalk searching for a spot. Officials say the extra capacity will ease congestion on Ocean Avenue, give shoppers easier access to boutique stores and cafes, and invite more families to linger along the promenade. Construction moved quickly, with local contractors and volunteers pitching in to keep the project on schedule. For a community that thrives on seaside strolls and weekend markets, this simple addition means more visitors can experience the charm of 5 Mile Beach without the parking headache. It's a small step that keeps our downtown humming. Coming up, we'll reveal why Cape May is perfect for Hallmark-style movies and preview the International Lifeguard Museum opening in Atlantic City. Every day, important stories happen across the city before any news crew arrives. Sometimes the very first person at the story is you. When you witness something newsworthy, open the GMNA Citizen Reporter app and start your report. The app guides you through every step while your report is delivered directly to the GMNA newsroom. Every submission is reviewed by our editorial team, and approved reports may be featured on GMNA. Get the GMNA Citizen Reporter app today at my.gmna.ca. Your city, your news.
Welcome back. Cape May and other New Jersey towns are being highlighted by NJ101.5 as ideal backdrops for Hallmark-style movies, showcasing the region's picturesque charm and tourism appeal. Danielle Fior has the full story.
NJ101.5 points out that Cape May sits among a handful of New Jersey towns that fit the look and feel of classic Hallmark romances. The station notes the town's pastel Victorian boardwalk, its lighthouse framed against an Atlantic sunrise, and the cobblestone streets that wind past boutique shops and seaside cafes. Nearby Wildwood and other coastal villages receive the same mention, each offering a backdrop of dunes, historic inns, and colorful summer festivals. The feature aired on August 20th, 2026, noting that festivals, historic hotels, and the tide's rhythm add to a cinematic feel. Local officials hope the exposure will draw visitors and productions. The segment notes that the region may attract tourists and producers looking for charm. Danielle Fior, GMNA News, Cape May.
The International Lifeguard Museum opened Wednesday, August 19, at Jim Wellen Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, showcasing historic equipment and interactive exhibits that celebrate lifeguard heritage. Danielle Fior has the full story.
The new International Lifeguard Museum swung open its doors on Wednesday, August 19, 2026, inside Jim Wellen Boardwalk Hall. Visitors walk past a lineup of vintage rescue tubes, wooden surfboards, and early radios that once guided shore patrols. Interactive stations let guests try a simulated rescue, testing timing and coordination like a real lifeguard on duty. Curators say the exhibit traces the evolution of beach safety from early volunteer watches to today's high-tech monitoring. School groups and families are already filing through the hall, drawn by the chance to see how life-saving gear has changed over a century. The museum aims to keep the story of coast protectors alive for future generations. Danielle Fior, GMNA News, Boardwalk.
Thank you, Wildwood, for joining us on the local sunset. Tonight's flash flooding threat reminded us to stay prepared, and we'll keep you posted on tomorrow's developments. I'm Brooke Mancini, inviting you back tomorrow for more local news, weather, and community stories. Have a safe night.